Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. So it seems that today is the news day coming for Raid Shadow Legends, and I guess as most of us expected, we have some news regarding the new fusion that is going to come out next week. So the next fusion will start next Thursday on the August the 4th, just as we expected, because it seems like it was kind of a pattern when it comes to fusions that they come out like every Thursday of like the beginning of the month. So this time around it's gonna start on the August 4th, and it's gonna be a new high elf fusion. So let's have a look at them. As another thing that we got used to is they have this type of theme that they show up. So let's have a look at his kit. So he's a legendary champion from the High Elves faction. He's HP and he is Force. So already if depending on his kit, if he's gonna he might be useful for arena, because usually Force are the most annoying ones to face in arena. But let's have a look at the kit. So on the A1, attacks one enemy, decreases target's max HP by 30% of the damage inflicted, places a shield buff equal to 10% of this champion's max HP for 2 turns on the ally with the lowest HP. So this one to me so far screams like, okay, decreases enemy max HP plus places a shield. This says to me the Scarab King so far. Shielding is definitely one of the things that you need for Scarab, because every time you attack him, he doesn't counterattack if you have a shield when you attack him. At the same time, decreasing max HP is what you need to get his purple bar off, so he receives 100% damage. Then his A2 attacks all enemies, places a shield buff on all allies for 3 turns equal to 20% of this champion's max HP. So again, another thing that screams the Scarab King. And honestly, being on a 5-turn cooldown, this might actually book down to a 3-turn cooldown. So that's something that we need to keep in mind in case, there's lots of people that maybe still struggle with the Scarab King because they don't have a Miscreated Master, Valkyrie, Logic Falcon Hard, or Metal Shaper. Well, this guy's gonna come in clutch. And maybe they don't have the Bloodshed accessories. But let's continue with this kit. If there are any dead allies, places a shield buff on all allies for 3 turns equal to 30% of this champion's max HP. Instead, this buff cannot be removed, stolen, transferred, spread, or have its duration increased or decreased by enemies or allies. Okay, this is interesting. So honestly, what this makes me think that if he gets booked, this could be something that he would do to solo the Scarab King. So far that's what I'm seeing. He will place this buff on himself because he would bring fodder champions that would die on the waves, and then he would solo the Scarab. But I need to double check the affinities. I think the affinities are Force on the Force rotation, and then on the last one I think it's Spirit. So against the Spirit one, this might be tricky. However, so far this is what he tells me. He's a Scarab King specialist. But let's look at his A3. Places a 30% increased crit damage buff on all allies for 2 turns. Crit damage, increased crit damage is nothing too special if it comes with nothing else. Then teams up with all allies to attack a single enemy. Okay, so this is an ally attack champion. Again, this one's on a 6-turn cooldown. I'm expecting this to go down to a 4-turn cooldown. If it goes down to 4-turn cooldown, okay, it's decent. If it only goes down to 5, then it's bad. Like it's not good enough. You have epics that do a better job. Or it might be going down to a 3-turn cooldown. We never know. That might just be wishful thinking, but that could be interesting. Then on the passive, inflicts 20% more damage against targets under shield buffs. So I guess where you would face target that have shield buffs is maybe Doom Tower, maybe the Faction Wars, and maybe Arena. So I don't know, he seems like, honestly, oh yeah, look at this aura. Increases ally HP in Doom Tower battles by 35%. So honestly, what I'm thinking, he's a Scarab specialist, and maybe at the same time, because of the ally attack, depending what you have on your account, he could also be useful for the sake of the of the ally attack to do more damage. At the same time, maybe the shields could be helpful if you're building for clan boss, for what's it called, for the survivability. If you maybe need a little bit of a shield from somebody else to place, if his base stats are really good, he might actually, do decent damage. And another thing that we do not know yet, but that's something that could make us judge his kit, is depending on his multipliers. He might have high multipliers or he might have low. This type of like show, like what we get the details on this one is not enough. If we had the book values also mentioned here, or if you had the multipliers also mentioned, that would be that could make us give our opinion easier, or like, you know, we could say, yeah, he's insane or he's useless. But let me know what you think about his kit in the comments below. Do you think it's gonna be good for someone else apart from the SCARAB? Because for me, this guy straight up screams SCARAB King, and that's about it. But keep in mind, on the first rotation, he's neutral affinity, and on the third one, when he comes back around, he's wrong affinity because the SCARAB is spirit. So let me know what you think about this champion in the comments below. And this will be it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys. Oh yeah, one quick mention that I forgot to do about this fusion is the fact that this is gonna be a different type of fusion. It's not a fragment one, it's not a classic one. This is going to be a fusion like the Brogni fusion was. If you guys remember, the Brogni fusion was set that you collect fragments for the epics, and then you fuse, you have to level up those epics, get them to 50, and then fuse them into this. So it's gonna be like, you know, that mixed type of fusion. So I would say, I guess, wait till we see if we can get more details about it, like what type of pots we need to farm. But I would say maybe start stacking up on those pots to make sure you're not caught off guard for this. But yeah, this is gonna be it for the video, guys. See you in the next one. Peace.